To craft beautiful outfits in Infinity Nikki, you will need a wide variety of materials. However, some can only be acquired from rare and even legendary animals that can be very tricky to track down and have limits to how much you can collect. As always, I'm here to help so you can get started saving up these precious resources right away. Hello friends, Sarah Sunstone here, and welcome back to Wish I Knew, the show where I give you tips, tricks, how-tos, and spill secrets about all of our favorite games. In this episode, I will be going over all of the currently available rare and legendary animals in Infinity Nikki, including where to find them, how to collect resources from them, and which cute critters are one of a kind. Please go ahead and shine the lovely like button if you find these videos helpful, and make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on for more Infinity Nikki content. Otherwise, without any further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, let's quickly go over how resource gathering for animal materials works in Infinity Nikki, and why it's so important to start collecting from these rare and legendary animals as soon as you possibly can. So, to collect resources from animals, you will use Nikki's animal grooming ability, which can be activated when equipping the Bye Bye Dust outfit that you'll unlock very early on in the story. You will often need to sneak up on animals, especially those that are extra skittish, to successfully groom them, which can be done once you see this little brush icon above them. Now, you will need all sorts of animal resources for most outfit sketches that you'd like to craft, including cloaks for Momo. But the thing is, you can only groom each animal once every 24 hours of real life time, and some animals only appear on the map in small numbers. There are even some one-of-a-kind creatures, meaning you will only be able to collect one resource per real-life day from the most legendary animals. And this is exactly why you want to start early and prioritize grooming them whenever you play. So now let's get into the rare animals in Infinity Nikki. First, we have the Bibcoon, who provides Bibcoon furballs. This adorable critter can be found outside of the Bibcoon's Chuckle Club, right in town in Florowish. They seem to be impossible to startle or scare off, so you don't have to worry about sneaking up on them, but there only seems to be one of them currently available on the entire world map, so definitely collect from this little guy daily. Oh, and a little tip, you can actually check how much time remains before the next time you can groom the animal in your collections interface on the world map. Next up are the Longstockings, who provide Longstocking wool. These cute critters are more common than many of the other rare animals on this list, and can be found in Breezy Meadow, the Abandoned District, and the Wishing Woods, usually on hillsides. However, they can be a little tricky to sneak up on, as they are quite skittish, and travel in groups where startling one can mean startling them all. So you'll definitely want to sneak up on them from a healthy distance as to not frighten them, in which case they'll just all run off. Then we have the Noble Pony, who provides pony curls and is not to be confused with the Night Stallion, though they do travel together in groups. The more rare Noble Pony can be found exclusively in Breezy Meadow on either side of the river. These ponies are also quite skittish, so definitely sneak from a good distance, and be sure to prioritize collecting from the Noble Ponies before the common Night Stallions to avoid frightening them with your movement. Next up, we have the Tuxtail Swan and the Rose Crown Swan, two one-of-a-kind creatures who provide Night Velvet and Rose Velvet respectively. This beautiful pair of swans can be found exclusively at the Swan Gazebo in Breezy Meadow, and you will only be able to collect velvet from them when they are on land, not when they are busy swimming around in the water. So unless you get lucky upon your arrival, you might have to wait around a little bit before finding the opportune moment to groom them. Then we have the Flora Sheep, who provide floral fleece and can specifically be spotted as the sheep with a slightly purple-tinged wool with flowers all over them. These beautiful sheep can be found in Stoneville and the Abandoned District, and while there are a decent number of them available, they do a great job of hiding in the fields of the lavender fringe flowers, so they can be tricky to spot, and while they aren't super skittish, they will startle. So again, be sure to sneak from a distance and try to get a bird's eye view if you're having trouble spotting them between the flowers. Next are the Suspenders Weasels, who provide suspenders fluff. These adorable animals can be found in Stoneville and the Abandoned District. Sometimes they can be a bit trickier to find just for the fact that these maps are more difficult to navigate with the various layers of the tall stone trees, so it will be easier to collect more of this resource from Stoneville compared with the abandoned district. The Suspenders weasels are also quite easy to startle, so again, be sure to sneak up from a distance to successfully groom them. Finally, for rare animals, we have the crown deer, who will be found exclusively in the Wishing Woods, roaming with a pack of wreathed does. There is a fairly modest number of the crown deer available, and they are quite skittish, so again, sneak up on them from a safe distance, and similar to the ponies, prioritize collecting from the crown deer first before the wreathed does in the case that you do startle them in the process. Now let's go over the legendary animals in Infinity Nikki. First up is the bullquit, or the bullkay, depending on how you want to pronounce it, who provides bullquet felt. There is only one of these animals in the game, and they are found right here on the map in Breezy Meadow. In order to successfully groom this animal, you will actually first need to calm them down by catching the bugs that are swarming their head with your bug catching outfit. Once you successfully do this, you can go ahead and groom the animal to collect this very precious resource. The next legendary animal is the astral swan, who provides the astral feather, another one-of-a-kind animal. This beautiful creature can only be found in the abandoned district on the stone tree where the Stellar Fishing Grounds is located. In order to actually make it to the top of this stone tree, you'll have to follow a series of quests to help the PCs reactivate a sky pass. This involves clearing some enemies, finding some characters, and just navigating your way through the various quests. Once you do reach the very top of the stone tree, you will be greeted with a beautiful cutscene and introduced to the astral swan. And although I just unlocked this gorgeous creature, it seems like they won't startle and you can just go ahead and groom them once a day. Of course, don't forget to unlock the fast travel point at the top here so that you can easily return every day. Finally, for legendary animals, we have the Dawn Fox, who provides Dawn Fluff and is found exclusively in the Wishing Woods, east of the Grand Milliwish tree, right by this little C-shaped body of water. However, with this animal, you will not be able to approach them as Nikki, and rather, you'll need to use your shrinking ability to get closer to the Dawn Fox as Momo. Once you are right next to the Dawn Fox, switch back to Nikki and immediately equip your grooming outfit and interact with the fox. You will need to do all of these steps very quickly to successfully groom the animal. If you do startle it, the fox will run back into its burrow to hide, but if you turn back into Momo and are patient and wait for a little while, the fox will re-emerge for another chance. So if at first you don't succeed, honestly, just try again. I also wanted to add that there are upgrades on the Heart of Infinity that will allow you to also collect essence when grooming various animals. I definitely recommend prioritizing unlocking these using the insight that you'll collect from grooming animals every day, and also by visiting the Realm of Nourishment and exchanging some of your resources for that insight. I personally opted to exchange bunny fluff obtained from the blush bunnies for this because I was able to find it in substantial amounts, so I didn't feel that I was trading in a really rare animal resource for that insight. And as soon as you unlock this, it'll be great because then as you're grooming these animals, you'll also be collecting essence, so it's like a 2-for-1. Also, if you don't have a ton of time for your play session, definitely prioritize collecting from the one-of-a-kind animals, which, to reiterate, are the bibcoon, the tucktail swan, the rose-crowned swan, the bullquet, the astral swan, and the dawn fox. Well, there you have it, friends. I hope you found this video helpful to guide you through discovering the rare and legendary animals in Infinity Nikki, so you can start stocking up on precious resources to craft everything your heart desires. Let me know down in the comments which animal is your favorite in the game, which one you have still yet to discover, anything and everything. You know I always love hearing from you. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care.